Look, I'm not here to sell you a $997 course. I'm also not some guru or who's going to show you or teach you how to make money online. I'm not going to do that. Because this last year, I made $20,000 online and I lost all of it. So in this video, I'm just basically going to share my story on how I made the 20K and how I lost all of it. And I'm going to share the lessons that I learned along the way. So if anything, you might be able to learn from my mistakes so that you don't make the same mistakes yourself in the future. But before I get to 20K again, I'll first have to get to 10K first. So that's going to be the focal point of this video, which is my plan on getting to that 10K that I want to get to. So if you want to learn how to get to 10K too, feel free. Because again, I did make 20K last year, so I do have some credibility and experience on getting to that 10K too. So if you want to get to 10K too, feel free to watch this video. If you don't, if you hate money and you just want to be stuck at where you are in life right now and you don't want to make money, then skip this video and go watch whatever's trending or popping right now on YouTube. But before we get started with the video, scroll down and click on the subscribe button so that I can make more content like this for you and push my message to more ambitious young men. And as a result, you get more videos out of me as well. So it's a win-win for both of us. So scroll down and click on the subscribe button. You know, one thing that really pisses me off is the fact that it's often seen as bad or evil to make a lot of money, which really pisses me off, because if you see making money as inherently bad, do you think you're gonna put in the work to make sure you're actually making a lot of money? Like, how many times have you heard the phrase that all rich people are evil? I mean, sure, there are some people who are evil who are rich, but saying that all rich people are evil is just plain stupid. And we've been conditioned so much to believe that all rich people are evil. So if we've been conditioned like that, do you really think we're going to put in the work to make sure that we're actually making money and getting rich? We won't, right? So before I actually made my 20K, I had to break this belief out of my mind and made sure that I didn't think that all rich people are evil. Even if there are a lot of rich people out there who are evil, if I make money, if I'm rich, I'm not going to be one of those people, because money is an amplifier. If you are already evil, if you're already a bad person, then when you get money, you're going to become more bad. You're going to become more evil. But if you're already an inherently good person, if you have more money, you're going to use it to do more good. You're going to use it for more charity. You're going to use it to retire your family. You're going to use it to, I don't know, serve your community or something. But if you're an inherently good person, money's just going to amplify that goodness in you. So it's so stupid when people are like, all rich people are evil. It's like, no, they're not. They were already bad, and the money just made them more bad. So if you want to watch this video and see how I'm going to make 10K per month, you want to get to that point as well, the first thing you need to do is break that belief that making money is evil, that being rich is evil. And it pisses me off so much how we've been so conditioned to believe that that's the case, which it's not. It's not the case. So let me just tell you some of the positives on actually making a lot of money. One of the reasons you need to make a lot of money and be rich is so that you can actually retire your family. Okay, so if you have like borderline abusive parents or parents who are like plain abusive, that's an exception. But if you have normal parents who sometimes you get into arguments with, sometimes you get into disagreements with, and you think that they're kind of toxic, I don't care. It is your job as a man to make a lot of money so that you can retire your parents, because those people have spent countless hours doing something that they absolutely hated just to make sure that we were provided for. If we hate something, if we don't like doing something, we just stop doing it and we do something else, or we go on our phones, or we do whatever. They didn't have that option, especially for our immigrant parents. They had to work countless hours in shitty jobs just to make sure we were provided for, and they never complained a single minute for it. It is our job to make sure we are making a lot of money and we're actually becoming rich so that we can retire our parents. Like, are you really not going to give anything back to them? They spent 20 plus years raising you, feeding you, making sure you were well protected and safe. Like, I don't think you understand how much work goes into parenting. And they did that for 20 plus years. Are you really not going to give them anything back? Because I need to, it's always on my mind that I need to start making a lot of money and become rich so that I can not only retire them, but I can also show them the finer sides of life. I can take them traveling, or I can take them to expensive restaurants or whatever. Just basically show them the finer sides of life. That's one of the reasons why you need to make a lot of money and why making money is not bad or it doesn't make you evil. Because you can actually start taking care of your parents, the people who gave up so much for you. And if you have abusive parents or extremely toxic parents, then okay, you're an exception. But you still do need to make a lot of money for the next 2 or 3 reasons that I'm going to talk about. You also need to make a lot of money so that you can actually support your wife and your kids. Now, you're probably a young man like me and you don't have your wife or kids. But if you plan to have one or a lot of kids in the future, it is your job as a man to be the protector and the provider. It is your job to make sure you make a lot of money so that your wife doesn't have to work on some dead-end corporate soul-sucking job and she can work wherever she wants or she can choose not to work at all. It is your job to make sure that she has a safety net. It is also your job to make sure your kids are not just going to any public school where they're being fed bullshit propaganda. It's your job to make sure they receive the best education in private schools, or you can even homeschool them if you want. It is your job to make sure your wife and your kids are protected from I'm not even going to talk about it, but all the BS that's going on. And in order to do that, you need to make a lot of money. You need to become rich. And just having a lot of money will also make sure that you can provide the highest quality food for your wife and your kids. Because food nowadays it's poison. All the stuff that you see on the grocery store, it's poison. So it is your job to make sure that you are able to afford the best quality foods. The meat straight from the farm or the fruit straight from anything that's not a grocery store. It is your job to make sure your family and your parents are getting the best quality food possible. And that is going to require money. Also, I don't know if you know this, but one of the biggest reasons for divorce is financial stress. I don't really remember the exact percentage, but a huge amount of people, a huge amount of married couples get divorced because of financial stress. So if you plan to have a wife who you're going to be with for the rest of your life, it is your job to make sure that she is not stressed out financially. It is your job to make sure she is always provided and protected and taken care of. And also, making a lot of money and being rich just gives you the option to travel around the world. Like, you can buy a plane ticket and go anywhere you want. Like, all those beautiful places you see on Instagram, you can actually go to those places. You don't have to be stuck behind the screen and just looking at them and liking their Instagram reels or something. You can actually buy a plane ticket and go visit those places with your friends, with your family, with your wife and kids, whatever. You can actually visit those places. It can be your life. But in order to do that, we need to make a lot of money. So making money is not evil. Being rich is not evil. You can use it to help your family. You can use it to help your parents. You can use it to travel. There's so many uses for money. You can also use it for charity. If you're inherently a good person, you can use money for good. So making money is not evil. Get rid of that belief. Okay, I just rambled on for a bit. I went off on a side tangent. But the point of the video was for me to show you my plan on getting to 10K per month again. So, aside from all the things we just talked about, let me show you how I plan on making a fuck ton of money. And just a side note though, I'm not going to give you specific tactics because tactics change. Whatever's working right now will change 6 months from now or change 12 months from now. So if you're watching this video 2 years from now, it's not going to apply or work for you. So I'm not going to give you specific tactics. I'm going to tell you fundamentals that you can use in any area that you want to make money and get to $10,000. Step 1, finding a problem to solve. The number in your bank account is your score in the game of entrepreneurship. And the way to increase that score, if you have a low score right now, if you don't have money in your bank right now, the way to increase that score is by solving more problems. The more problems you solve, the more you get paid. The more value you provide, the more you get paid. So if you don't know what I'm talking about in terms of problems, businesses face a lot of problems every single day. A lot of business might not have a good social media. That's a problem for them. So if you can go ahead and provide them a social media service, maybe a social media management service or a social media growth service, or just basically content creation. If you're providing that for them, that's you solving their social media problem, and they would be happy to pay you money to solve that problem for them. A lot of businesses have sales problems. They might have a great product, they might have great everything, but they're just not making sales. If you can go ahead and solve their sales problem for them, then they're going to be willing to pay you a lot of money for it. That's how you provide value. That's how you solve their problems. I heard this quote that said, value is provided when pain is alleviated. There you go. Yeah. Value is provided when pain is alleviated. I just keep messing that word up. But yes, that's pretty much what you're doing. When you're providing value, you're solving one of their pains. You're getting rid of one of their pains and you're solving one of their problems. So First step is to find the problem in the market. Go out on social media. Look at a lot of business pages. Do they have a good social media? Do they have a good following? Do they have good engagement on their content? Do they have good content? If they don't, there's your in. That's your opportunity. If you don't know how to do social media management, social media growth, or content creation or anything, go to YouTube. Start learning. Go take a course or do something. Just start learning a skill so that you can actually go ahead and solve a problem for a business. That's step one. Finding a problem and offering a solution to solve that problem. And I promise you, businesses are happy to pay you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, or even $5,000 or more than that for you to solve their problems for them. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you make. So if you solve their sales problem, which is the biggest problem a business can face, you're going to get paid a lot of money. And I'm speaking from experience because I work in sales. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you get paid. So if I want to get to $10,000 again, the first thing I need to do is find a problem in the market and solve that problem. And the problem I'm solving right now is I'm helping businesses make more sales. Again, like I said, I work in sales. I'm a salesperson. I am good at it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking sales calls for my clients and basically closing their prospects on the phone or Zoom or whatever. But when I do that and they pay my client, I get a certain percentage of it. So to give you an example, I sell a $5,800 product for my client. What they do is they have a lot of people, leads, coming to their business asking for help. And I hop on calls with those people. I sell them on the $5,800 product and I get paid a certain commission from that. My client and his business partner are not very good at sales. So they had a very hard time actually closing some deals. That's where I came in. I came in, offered to help them with sales, and I started actually closing more deals. As a result, I started getting paid more. Again, the bigger the problems we solve, the more money we get paid. Once you find a problem that you would like solving, start reaching out to businesses. Even if you don't have the skill, even if you don't know what to do, just start reaching out. Like you don't have, there's this saying, it's called ready, fire, aim, which means you have to first get ready, then you actually have to start firing, and then you aim. Same thing with this. You have to first get ready, which is knowing what problem you would like to solve. Then you need to start firing before you aim. You need to start reaching out to businesses before you actually learn the skill, before you actually have the skill. Once you're already reaching out, that's when you're also learning the skill on the side. Otherwise, you're just going to procrastinate on actually reaching out to the clients, because that's the thing that's going to make sure that you're actually getting paid. Like reaching out to potential businesses and signing them on as one of your clients. Step number 2, learn and improve your skills as you're reaching out to potential clients. We already talked about the fact that the bigger the problems you solve, the more you get paid. Well, the better your skills are, the bigger the problems you can solve, and the more you're going to get paid. Because if you don't have a lot of skills, if you don't have good skills, you're not going to be able to solve big problems. The bigger the problem, the harder the skill it is required to solve those problems. So it goes like this. The better your skills are, the bigger the problems you solve, the more valuable you are to the market, the more you get paid. So it all starts with making sure you have a lot of valuable skills in your arsenal. So as you're reaching out to potential clients, also make sure you're spending 3, 4, 5 hours every single day learning and developing your skills. Because you are stupid if you think that if you don't have good skills, you can fool the clients. I tried that. And I'm not calling you stupid directly. I'm calling my past self stupid. Because I tried to fool my clients. I tried to show them that I was this very valuable, skillful person. And it did work for a bit. And I actually was quite skillful. But eventually I stopped learning. I stopped improving my skill. I stopped honing my craft. And as a result, my skills got worse. To the point where a few months later down the line, my clients actually started seeing that. They saw that my skills started getting worse. And as a result, I got let go. So I'm talking to my past self as much as I'm talking to you. You will not make a dime if you don't have skills or you're not constantly honing your skills and getting better. Because the world of business, the world of entrepreneurship is incredibly cutthroat. There are a million people out there that you're competing with. And you're going to have to make sure that you have better skills and you have more skills than a million other people if you want to win at this game. I learned that lesson the hard way. I got complacent. And I stopped learning and honing my skills. And as a result, I lost all my clients. And okay, the title of this video is How I Lost $20,000. How do you think that happened? It happened because I got complacent and I stopped learning and honing my skills. And I also stopped reaching out to clients as well. So I stopped reaching out. So I wasn't getting any new clients. And the clients that I did have, I stopped learning and honing my skills. And I got complacent. And eventually, one by one, they all left as well. And me being so stupid, my spending was still at the same rate, but my income wasn't going up anymore. So since the income was stuck, my spending kept going up, and as a result, the 20K that I made, I went back to zero, like an idiot. So I'm really hoping that you're understanding what I'm saying. You're not gonna make a dime if you don't have skills. And if you do make a lot of money, you're not gonna keep that money if you don't constantly hone your skills, because there's someone else in the market who's getting better every single day, and they're going to steal your clients from you if you're not getting better every day. So don't make the two mistakes I made, which is stop reaching out to clients every single day and stop honing your skills and learning every single day. Don't make those two mistakes. I did it, and I went to 20K, I got complacent, and now I'm back at zero again. So on my ascent to 10K again, I'll make sure that I don't make these two mistakes. So again, like I said, I'm telling this to me as much as I'm telling this to you. Okay, so I've been trying to drill this point into your brain of how you actually need to learn and improve your skills every single day. But where do you actually learn and improve your skills? I'm going to talk about that for a bit. So the first place and the best place is always going to be books. Books have so much knowledge and so much information on the exact type of problems or exact type of skills that you want to learn. There are so many books out there for whatever it is that you want to learn. If you want to learn copywriting, for example, there are books on copywriting. If you want to learn sales, there are books on sales. If you want to learn, I don't know, social media or something, there are books on social media as well. There are so much there's so much information on books. So it's like I was stupid not to utilize all this resources that I had. Like if you look right here, I have a ton of books right here, and a lot of the times I haven't read a lot of them. So again, like I said, as soon as I got complacent, as soon as I stopped learning, that's when my descent started happening, and I started going from 20K to 0K. So utilize books. There's a lot of information in there. Start reading books and utilize the information in the books. The next place is always going to be YouTube. Like books, whatever problems you have or whatever skill you want to learn, there are 100 videos on YouTube for that. And the thing about books versus YouTube is that the lesson in the books, they're all fundamentals. They don't talk about specific tactics, because again, tactics change, so it's always going to be fundamentals in the book because the books are evergreen. But for YouTube, there are a lot of videos that are talking explicitly about tactics. So if you're looking to learn the tactics besides the fundamentals, YouTube is going to be your best friend. Again, if you want to learn something, all you have to do is one search on YouTube, and there's going to be 100 videos that are going to talk about exactly what you want to learn and what you need to do in order to learn a specific skill. So utilize books, utilize YouTube, but the next thing is going to be your best friend, because this is the place that I actually learned all my skills from, and it is online courses. Now, I have no idea why people think that courses are a scam. Okay, so some of them might be, but it is 2024. You cannot scam people. Like if someone has a course and it's a scam, they just did that to rip your money off, they're gonna get negative reviews after negative reviews, and their business is going to get shut down. So it is impossible to scam in 2024. Okay, another point. You're willing to spend $100,000 on university courses. There are also courses that's gonna make you money 4 years down the line. Whereas you can buy an online course for like 1% of that price, or even like less than 0.1% of the price, for $1,000 or $500 or whatever. And you can get immediate feedback on how to make money. And you can learn, if you can know that if it's gonna help you make money or not. You can know immediately. You don't have to wait 4 years. And no, I don't have a course to sell you. I'm not defending this because I have a course to sell you. I have nothing to sell you. You are not my target client. But you're stupid if you think that courses are okay. I don't mean to insult you the entire video. When I call you stupid, I'm just really talking to my past self. So just a side note. But yeah, you're stupid if you're not utilizing online courses. Because someone is actually putting all of their wealth and information and knowledge into a course, and you're just calling it a scam just because some 14-year-old on the internet is saying it's a scam as well. Actually try it out. Go through the course, buy it, watch it out. Be willing to lose money to make more money. Alex Hormozi made a post. He's one of my mentors. He made a post that said when he got to 10K, he had to lose $1,000. When he got to 100K, he had to be willing to lose $10,000. When he got to $1 million, he had to lose $100,000. And when he got to 10 million, he had to lose $1 million. So be willing to lose money in order to make money. Be willing to invest in your education, in buying courses, so that you're actually learning the skills that's going to help you make more money. Don't be stupid. Come on. And I did this for the longest time. I was so adamant that every single person who sold a course was a scammer. I had this belief in my mind. And then I reluctantly tried one course out. And I signed my first client within the first 23 days. And I realized how valuable the information in courses are. Does this mean that all courses are valuable? Does this mean that all courses are going to help you make money? No. There are some really, really bad ones out there. And I've been through them. But to say that all courses are a scam, that's just, if that's your mindset, then I can't really help you. Because the people who are actually watching the course and going through the good information, they're going to beat you every single time. So I'm talking from my own experience. When I wasn't going through courses, I was getting absolutely washed by all the other people in the market who were actually providing a great service while I was watching the stuff on YouTube. The stuff that a million other people also watch. If you have this argument that, okay, but you can just watch YouTube and get all the information for free. Yes, you can. But so can a million other people. So whatever you're providing for your client, so can a million other people. Does that really make you stand out? Like if you're doing the same thing as a million other people, why would your client choose you over the other 999,000 people? Why would they choose you? Do you get my point here? Okay, sorry, I just get fired up when I'm talking about this stuff. But okay, yeah, books, YouTube videos, and courses. These are 3 ways to make sure you're actually learning and honing your skills every single day, so that you don't make the stupid mistake I did and actually start losing your clients. So keep reaching out to people and also keep making sure you're also always honing your skills and learning every single day. As for the next 5 books that I'm going to read, because again, the title of this video is how I'm going to make $10,000 again. So the next 5 books that I'm going to read are, I have a list over here. So it's going to be Psycho-Cybernetics, Influence, all of John Maxwell's books on leadership. He's a great person to study if you want to learn about leadership. Then there's going to be 2 sales books. So I haven't really decided what sales books I'm going to read, but those are the next 5 books that I'm going to read. Psycho-Cybernetics, Influence, John Maxwell's books on leadership, any books, and 2 sales books. That's 5. So that's currently my plan on getting back to 10K. The first step was to make sure that there was a problem that I was solving in the market, and I chose sales. And the second thing was to make sure that I'm always honing my skills and reaching out to clients every single day. Because if I'm not reaching out, then I'm a nobody. If I'm not actively going out to businesses and telling them that, hey, I'm going to solve this problem for you, they're not going to know who I am. They're not going to come to me. I have to go to them. If you're in the same place, they're not going to come to you. You're going to have to go to them. Unless you're like some big shot celebrity or something, and you're just like you already have a brand, they're not going to know who you are. So you'll have to go to them. They're not going to come to you. And second thing, like we just talked about, I have to constantly hone my skills and make sure I'm not getting complacent. Because the last time I got complacent, I went from 20K to 0. I'm not making that mistake again. It is embarrassing when your friends, when your parents, when your family, when everyone sees you making a lot of money and going right back to square one. It is embarrassing. And I don't want that feeling again. So take it from me. If you want to get to 10K, first, keep reaching out. Don't stop every single day. Keep reaching out. And second thing is keep learning. Keep honing your skills. Keep mastering your craft. Don't get complacent. The better your skills are, the bigger the problems you can solve, the more valuable you are to the market, the more you get paid. Always remember that. Step number 3 is, again, like we talked about before, consistent outreach every single day. I'm a nobody. Businesses are not going to come to me. I have to go to them. If you want to do the same thing, if you want to start making money as well, they're not going to come to you. You will have to go to them. So we have to make sure that we're reaching out to potential clients and businesses every single day. I'm actually doing this. I'm actually sending around 20, 25, 30 DMs on Instagram every single day. And I'm also sending a bunch of cold emails as well. And I would show you, but I'm recording with my phone. My Instagram is on my phone. I don't have the desktop version. But be willing to interrupt people's days. If you want to make money, you're going to have to learn how to interrupt people's days. Because again, they're going to be going about their day. They have a schedule plan. They're doing their own thing. But they're not going to come to you. you will have to interrupt their day, be like, hey, this is who I am, and I can help you solve this problem. A lot of the times they're going to say, no, fuck off. And you're going to have to get used to that. It's going to hurt your feelings. It hurts. When I first started, it hurt my feelings too. But now I'm used to it. It doesn't really bother me anymore. It's basically a numbers game. The more people you reach out to, the more no's you're going to hear, but you're also going to start hearing yeses as well. So start reaching out to potential clients every single day. Do it on Instagram, do it with YouTube, do it with, not YouTube, email, or maybe YouTube as well. But yeah, start reaching out to potential clients every single day. Whatever problems you want to solve, start reaching out to businesses that have that problem. So if you want to solve social media problems, if you want to create content for them or do social media management for them, start reaching out to businesses that have that problem. If you want to solve their sales problems for them, start reaching out to businesses that have a sales problem. Now, you're obviously not going to know which business has a sales problem. This is where you start reaching out to every single business owner that you can, because they're not going to tell you if they're having a sales problem or not. But if you reach out to them, you actually put yourself in front of them. Then if they decide that, okay, I do have a sales problem right now, let me hear out what this guy has to say, then there's your in. That's your opportunity. Now you have to provide them a plan on how you actually plan on solving their sales problem. If you want to solve their tech problem or a website problem, whatever, you're like a creative person, then go ahead, like find a business that has a very bad website or a very non-functional website. Reach out to that business and offer to provide a website for them or offer to solve their tech problem for them. Whatever it is, whatever problems you want to solve, find a business that is facing that problem and solve it for them. And again, if you're trying to solve a problem, but you don't know if the business has a problem or not, reach out to them anyway. Because chances are a lot of them do have that problem. But they're obviously not going to show their problems in public. But reach out to them anyways. If they have that problem, they're going to look at your email or look at your DM and be like, okay, you know what? I do have this problem. Let me actually hear out what this guy has to say. And there's your in. So reach out to every single business if you don't know if they have the problem or not. I would recommend starting small. Start with 10 outreach a day or 15 or 20, and then keep increasing that number every single day. Okay, so those are the 3 steps that I'm going to use to get back to $10,000 that I want to get to. Now, one final thing that I want to talk about for me and for you as well, if you want to do the same thing, is how to actually structure your day if you want to get to that $10,000. Like how to actually, like when to do your outreach, when to learn skills, when to do whatever. So I actually have this written down right here. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to wake up and get your outreach done first thing in the morning. That is your main task. That is your key priority. Because if you're not reaching out to clients, you're not going to make money. It's as simple as that. Because that's the first thing that happens. Reaching out to people. That's the first step of you making money. If you're not even doing that, if you're not doing the first step, then you're not going to get to the end goal, which is making the money and getting to $10,000. So the first step, the first thing that you do every single day, first thing in the morning, is do your outreach. So whenever you wake up, let's say you wake up at 8 a.m., be on your desk by 8:30 and start doing your outreach for 1 to 3 however long it takes. 1 to 3 hours, however long it takes. Get your outreach done first thing in the morning. The next thing you do once you're done with your outreach is you start prospecting. If you don't know what prospecting means, it basically means to make a list of every single person that you're going to reach out to tomorrow or the next day or the next week, whatever. So you basically list down a bunch of businesses or a bunch of business owners that you're going to reach out to tomorrow or the next day. It always helps to have a list because whenever you wake up tomorrow, you already have a pre-made list and you can start reaching out to them first thing in the morning the next day. So once you're done with your outreach, start doing your prospecting and making a list of business owners or businesses to reach out to tomorrow, the day after, or next week. These 2 activities are going to take you around 3 to 4 hours. So once you're done with that, then comes your learning block. You're going to spend the next 2, 3, 4, 5, however long it takes to actually learn and hone your skills. Start with books and YouTube videos, and then if you have some money to spare, also buy courses on that specific skill that you want to get better at. So 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, however long you want to learn every single day, make sure you're actually learning. Because again, like I said, the better your skills are, the bigger the problems you can solve, the more valuable you are to the market, and the more money you get paid. So it all starts with the better your skills are. So spend time to make sure you're actually learning and developing your skills every single day. Once you're done, then do whatever you want the rest of the day. You can go out with your friends, you can go out with people, you can do whatever, you can scroll on your phone all day if you want, but you're free to do whatever you want with your day because you've already done all of your tasks. The day is open for you. Do whatever you want. If you need help with making money online, again, like I told you at the beginning of this video, I have nothing to sell you. There is no course that I sell. I don't sell anything to you because you are not my target client. I work with businesses, not people. So if you need any help making money online, or if you have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram at sakib.09. It's also going to be linked in my description. So click on that, go to my IG, drop me a follow if you want, and shoot me a message and I will help you start making money online. Again, if you are doubtful of my credentials, if you think I don't know how to make money, I made 20K, then I lost it all, but I did make it. So I'm going to show you how to make it as well. With that being said, I will see you in the next one.